G'day everyone. Yeah, my name's Bob. I'm turning 70 this year, so in a few months actually. So I decided I'd take this opportunity to share my passion about bodyweight exercises. Rightio. Why bodyweight exercises? A few reasons. First of all, no expensive gym equipment required. Let me show you my home gym. Chin-ups bar. $35 dip frame from Kmart. Best $35 I've ever invested. I'll demonstrate that one later. A couple of chairs. And a plastic box. So, no expensive gym equipment there. Also, no expensive gym membership. You don't have to go to a gym where there's all the training stuff. You've got a backyard, chin-up bar, you're right. All right. Third reason, there's less chance of doing ligament and tendon damage if you're just doing these exercises rather than pushing weights. And fourthly, whatever, the big one is that you can modify the exercises to be as easy as they need to be for you to get started, or as difficult as you want them to be to achieve some fairly significant muscle and strength development. Rightio, my target group, under 14s, over 40s. Why under 14s? Well, under 14s generally aren't qualified or regarded as suitable for joining a gym as such, but most of them aren't aware that they can start at that age achieving some serious muscle and strength development by doing bodyweight exercises. Got a bit of personal experience here. Between the ages of 10 and 14, I was convinced always that I was the skinniest, weakest guy in the school, consequently had very little confidence about getting involved in sport. Now, if somebody had come into my life in those years, introduced me to the exercise I'm going to tell you about today, things could have been very different for me. And I have a passion for youth mentoring these days, so if I see young people who are struggling with that level of challenge self-confidence, I'll say, hey, let me show you a few things and get you started. Righty, over 40s, my observation is that the majority of over 40-year-olds haven't done anything like these exercises for 20 years or since they stopped playing high school football. Okay, if that's the case, I hope I can inspire you to come back and get started again. The exercises I'm going to show you are all very well-known exercises. You'll have seen them before. The main thing I want you to get out of this video is modifications, as I said earlier, so that you can find your starting point and then move as far as you want to into serious development. A quick disclaimer, I have absolutely no personal qualifications in health and fitness, so before you embark on the exercise I show you, I strongly recommend that you speak to somebody who knows what they're talking about, especially if you're in the over 40s, over 50s, over 60s group, and you might have a few challenges with joints, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, yeah. So you don't want to do any damage. 3 body groups. Upper body, which is your chest, arms, shoulders and back. Second one is your core, your abs. And thirdly, your legs. Right, so the upper body exercises I want to talk to you about are push-ups, chin-ups, pull-ups and dips. Push-ups are the best known exercise in the world, and yet they are also one of the ones that has the most potential to achieve significant muscle and strength development. Rightio, quick demonstration. Important thing is keep your body straight in a planking position and your elbows into the side. Here we go. Okay, now if that's too hard for you to start, try on your knees, still keeping head to your knees in a straight planking position. Yep. Now, if you're really at the starting point, can't do any of that, the kitchen bench is a really great place to start. The kitchen bench is usually about 900 mils or a metre off the floor. So if you put your hands on the edge of the kitchen bench, up and down, straight body, focus on that, you'll probably find you can do 3 sets of 10. Keep doing those every day for a while and you'll be able to build up to an exercise with a greater degree of difficulty. Yeah, and even the kitchen bench exercise you can make more difficult by doing the lowering phase slowly. Like push up, count 5 on the lowering part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do 20 like that, you'll soon be developing into build up your strength to do something more strenuous. All right, later on I'm going to be showing you how I do 100 push-ups in a session. Now I have a personal modification for doing that. This garden chair is the ideal incline for me to do the 100 push-ups that I do. It's probably about 400 or 500 mils off the ground. Okay. Chin-ups and pull-ups. Some of the hardest body weight exercises. Chin-ups by your palms facing you, and pull-ups, palms facing out, the arms a little bit further apart. Right, here's what they look like. Feet off the ground, chin-ups. Pull-ups, palms facing out. All right, now I find those reasonably strenuous. I couldn't do 3 sets of 10 of them at the moment. So the modification I use is to put the plastic box or a chair behind me, rest my feet on it, and that takes a little bit of weight off my shoulders and arms. Still keeping the body as vertical as possible. All right, so lowering yourself to the full extension of your arms. Okay, dips. Dips are often regarded as being the powerhouse exercise of the upper body because they exercise so many different muscle groups in the arms, chest, shoulders and back. Get my trusty Kmart dips frame out. Okay. Feet off the ground. Now I can't do too many of those, so the modification I use is, once again, like the push-ups, letting my feet rest behind me. That takes some of the weight off my shoulders and arms. And I'll show you later how I can do 100 of those in a session. Right, core. Now there's numerous core exercises, sit-ups, crunches, all those things, and planks. Have a look at all those, see which ones you like. The one I want to show you is quite a stressful one. As I said earlier, stressful exercises are the ones that will achieve the most improvement. It's highly likely you won't be able to do this one. It's called toe to bars, which means starting in a dead hang position, lifting your ankles or your toes up to the bar. Younger guys with more agility than me can do this with their legs relatively straight. I'll show you the best one I can do. Okay. Rightio, you mightn't be able to do that one. The first modification to try is just lifting your knees to the point where your thighs are horizontal, and if that's still too hard, then just lifting your knees to about half that angle. Still too hard? Just try that one. Now promise me you won't try that one on one of those chin-up bars that you can buy that fit inside your door frame, because if you do, there's a remote possibility it might come away from the door frame at the time you're upside down. You'll land on your head and break your neck. You want to sue me for $1 million for giving you stupid advice. Okay, that's the core. Legs. Just two leg exercises I want to show you. Just remember, there are so many bodyweight exercises. I'm just showing you a very small handful that I do regularly. It's up to you to explore all the others. Right, front squats is the first one. You push your bum back as far as you can, and you keep your body, your torso as straight as possible. Just to that position. Okay. Now, if that's too hard to start with, chair squats. So start sitting down. Okay, you probably find that you can do a reasonable number of that. Eventually you'll be able to build up to a full front squat. Lunge squats, I usually like to have something to balance on. Okay, a bit more in the camera view. Alright, so big lunge, stretch your legs as far as you can like this. And then change legs. Okay, now if that's too hard, just decrease the length of the lunge. All right? Okay, so they're the exercises I do. Now, I'll just tell you a routine that I work through in a week. Now, it's up to you to decide whether you might just want to, when you're starting out, focus on one exercise, like kitchen bench push-ups, and do a certain number of those every day or every second day, gradually building up. Personally, I like to find a way of doing all three body groups in a week. So this is what I do. Monday, 100 push-ups, 30 toe to bars. Right, the way I do the 100 push-ups is on the incline ones I was telling you about, a 10, a 15, a 20, a 25 and a 30. It comes to 100. But between each of those sets, I'll do 6 toe to bars. So there's 5 sets, it comes to 100 push-ups and 5 sets of 6, 30 toe to bars. Tuesdays, I'll do squats with chin-ups and pull-ups. So what I'll do is 10 front squats, 10 pull-ups, then 10 lunge squats, and 10 chin-ups. So I'll repeat that 4 times. That gives me 40 push-ups, 40 front squats, 40 lunge squats, 40 chin-ups, and 40 pull-ups. Wednesday I'll go for a swim. I like swimming. As soon as the coronavirus restrictions are off, I'll be back in the pool. Thursday is the same as Monday, but using dips instead of push-ups. So that'll be 100 supported dips with 30 total bars. Friday is the same as Tuesdays, squats with chin-ups and pull-ups. Just referring to a few notes here, cheating a bit. Okay, just some inspiration and motivation I'll throw in now. You'll find that small experiences of strength and fitness development will be your motivator to go for bigger developments. All right, once you get to your first set of 20 push-ups, you say, hey, this is really good. I'm going to do more sets of these or more reps. All right, General George Patton, Army General, US Army General in the war. He's well known for his statement, accept the challenges so that you'll feel the exhilaration of victory. And one of the greatest victories I've come across is conquering self-limiting beliefs. Looking at somebody saying, oh, geez, I'd really like to be able to do that, but there's no way in the world I can. Overcome that, say, yes, I can. Rightio. Another one is by Theodore Roosevelt. He said, do what you can with what you have where you are. Now, if what you have is nothing more than a chin-up bar, $35 dips frame, a couple of chairs and a box, you can do the most amazing, you can achieve the most amazing levels of strength development. All right, and the last one was by Jim Rohn. He said, I'm sure I'll remember this in a minute, if you really want to achieve something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. Now, saying I haven't got a chin-ups bar is no excuse. There's lots of things on YouTube about how you can build a chin-up bar. But having said that, all the council parks have got playground equipment. You can do chin-up bars on some of the monkey bars or something like that. Also, a lot of the modern council parks have actually got chin-ups and dips frames. They've got outdoor gyms. So you could rock up there with your plastic box. People say, what's he going to do with the plastic box? Then you'll start doing your routine. You might start following. People say, hey, give me a few clues on where I can go with this. All right. So, you know, as I said earlier, if you're under 14, you might decide to take this to a serious bodybuilding component or something. As you can see, I'm not a bodybuilder, but I do have a determination to maintain as much fitness and flexibility and strength as possible into old age. The idea of growing old gracefully doesn't appeal to me in the slightest. Okay, so I'll leave that with you. Have a lot of fun finding your modifications and achieving the level of muscle and strength development that you'll be satisfied with. See you later.